All right, so hey guys, I'm back again. I wanted to do a video, but this one's gonna be emo, because a lot has happened since those videos. Things are always happening. What can you do? Okay. Couple of things. Got a breakup. Don't have Lily. I still have Liam. He's in the other room. And I am not in California. I'm in Florida. Just a lot of things. Okay, but we're gonna take it way back, even further back than the other stories, Arctic Monkey stories. Okay, because it's all coming back anyways, right? So I might as well talk about it. Probably will get emotional. I did not prepare for this. Get ready with me. I'm in a mess, so I want to, I'm gonna do my makeup with it being all exploded. So basically, let's take it back to college. Okay. So in college, I loved college, don't get me wrong. I would throw parties, right? But there's ways around things, because you want to drink, you want to have fun, but you can't. So I would throw parties, and I was afraid that something would happen, right? So instead of things actually happening, me and my friends would plan events. Okay, so it'd be my core friends, and then whoever they invite, we're throwing a party. Okay, so let me start getting ready while we talk about it. So a big factor to these parties that I wanted to throw was I was a marketing major and I wanted networking. And as you see, I like tags. I like things that correlate with each other, that like match. So me being Amanda Gibson, I would throw musical parties. There was a musical college next to my college, and so like people who are studying to be engineers and things like that, we would invite to the parties. But not only that, we'd also invite already people living their dreams, working towards their dreams. Couple of reasons. One, the ones who are like new, up and coming, they can interact with people who will be in the industry, and vice versa, right? So I thought that was a cool idea to throw parties for. I'm antisocial though, so although I was throwing these parties, I hated it personally. And not that I'm just antisocial, so it's a lot of energy for me. So I would a lot of times hide and do things like that, which is why my friends would, do dances and things like that for me, so that I would feel better about throwing these parties. Not that there was anything wrong. I was just anxious, okay? So anyways, and the reason why I'm talking about it very strangely is because a lot has happened since these parties and I'm still involved, okay? So basically, and I don't care if you could see or anything, like my lighting is shot right now. I'm in my family's house. Anyways, so these parties, I had a boy living in my closet in college. Should you do that? No. Did I do that? Yes. And that person was Blake from Fame on Fire, okay? He really wanted to be famous, okay? So we would do these shows and stuff, but we secretly liked each other. He was living in my closet. Obviously, a boy likes you if he's living in your closet, right? Okay. And we never did anything though. We were virgins to each other, and we called it the, what was the name of the song? The Curse of the Virgin Canvas from Alsana. That's what we called it, because we weren't having sex or anything, but like we weren't virgins or anything. It was just bros broing, because we wanted to be focused on fame. Not me personally, I didn't care about fame, but he did. And he wouldn't play guitar in front of me, even though my last name's Gibson. He wouldn't play guitar. He was very respectful. It's just, he's basically saying, I'm gonna write a song about you. And I was like, oh, okay, well, do you want to date? And he's like, I can't be doing that. And I'm like, why not? But okay. Right? Okay. So, anyways, all these other boys are interested in me at these parties, and they're trying to hit me up, and I'm like, no, it's gonna be Blake in the end. He just needs to figure this part out, okay? And he wasn't doing that, and he wouldn't claim me. Boy living in your closet, he's not gonna claim you, kind of thing. And I was just like, all right, well, then what are you doing here? Like, what do you want? Okay, so that happens. I was also dealing with trauma. That's another reason why he came to live with me. He's a really good friend of mine, so he was protecting me in a way while I was grieving. I was in a abusive relationship, and then I got back out of it, and my friends were helping me grieve. So he was kind of like protecting me at the same time. So I don't have like bad blood with him. It's just nothing ever came of it. Okay. Anyways, so there's other boys at the party who like me, like I said, and one of those boys is David of Kinggate 10. Okay. This is why it's a big deal, because they're already famous and they were trying to get famous off of me, and I didn't allow that because I was in hiding. And I didn't allow that because I was in hiding because I couldn't choose what boy I wanted. No, not really. Blake was supposed to win. And then one of the times, since he wasn't doing anything, David goes like, or not David, but like the group is like, what song do you want? And I wanted to reenact Baklava by Arctic Monkeys, because Arctic Monkeys was my favorite band. We talked about it, right? So we reenacted Baklava in a way. You can do anything you want. Spill Canvas is just a boy in my closet and he's not having sex with me. So you get it? Okay. So you can dance however you want, but that's what whoever's in on it is in on it, okay? So we go to a concert, and it's an outside concert. It's Taking Back Sunday, but the singer had a baby, so Aaron from the Under Oath, I'm so sorry, I'm like not manic, depressed right now. I was crying earlier, so I decided to make this video. But anyways, we go to see them, and Aaron is singing instead, and it was awesome. There was this boy, David, who liked me in a car, and Harrison, who I grew up with, in another car, and I was in Harrison's car, and they raced each other. Okay, clue number 1, they raced each other. Para mí. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, this boy clearly likes me. He's going after me. I forget some of the things I say, and I forgot it was supposed to be baklava and stuff. I just know these boys are fighting, right? And I just know it has something to deal sexually. Okay? So, we go to the concert. I go, they raced. I had a panic attack. I get drunk, and then I give my roommate, there's so much more story to this. This is why it's kind of hard for me, because it's like so much happened to get to this point, but I'm trying to give you the gist without crying, you know? So, I go it was like the last song or whatever, and I give my bag to my roommate, and I go crowd surf, and then when I get down from the crowd surf, it's rocks, so I cut my knees. And then I go to the merch stand to go find my friends, because they already left, and I tweet them, hey, come find me here. Harrison comes, gets me with my bag, and then we go to the party. The party already started outside, because it's my party. Nobody's in the house yet, right? So I unlock the door and let everybody in, and then things start going crazy. My friends care about me, and they don't want anything to happen during the parties, but they're also really bad kids, okay? So we do agree of what song we're gonna reenact and everything, but it was just going crazy. It was bring your own booze, people were getting drunk. I had got my tonsils removed, so I had a hydrocodone bottle in my medicine cabinet that was missing. Things like that, okay? And, you know, like drugs and stuff. I don't know if it was actually drugs, because everything we did was fake, kind of. But those drugs dispersed, and other things dispersed in my parties, and I was freaking out. But I didn't do anything about it, because consent, if you want to do the drugs, that's your choice. I'm not doing them. If you want to, that's your choice. Okay, I won't call the cops. Okay? Anyways. But then it starts escalating, you know, because in the end, he's gonna steal the girl. Baklava, he's gonna steal the girl, okay? So, what does David do? He whips out a gun and says, "Somebody stole my beer!" And then everybody starts freaking out. So, I call the cops. Okay? I call the cops. I'm underage. I shouldn't be calling the cops. The whole point was I'm risking myself by calling the cops on David. And the fact that I did that is a big deal in a good way, because that means I would take the rap for him. Okay? Even though he's the one causing the chaos. It was my choice of song. And it was like a kind of will you go out with me kind of situation, but escalated. Okay? So, and Blake is still like they're like involved in my life and stuff at this point. They all know about each other. There's no secrets in my friend group, okay? They're just all bullies. Like when I was looking for the medicine to be like, oh, where's my medicine? You know, I was getting bullied and yelled at for all the rumors that I would be hearing about David if you were to get famous and all that. It was just it's like hazing, but at a party and you're just watching it for sport, okay? Anyways, because my friends are crazy and I'm crazy too, and it's okay. We're friends, like adrenaline junkies, right? Okay, let me go looking for some blush real quick. I'm back. Not too bad. So I say all that because throughout the years we stopped talking. I don't know if he I didn't know him like that. I just thought he was a cute boy that wanted to play the role that I was proposing. And he wanted to play the part, but I didn't know him like that. I just had a crush on this boy, okay? I really don't know. Like, I'm not joking when I say I don't know him, okay? We both have crushes on each other and we don't know what to do about it, is what's going on. Because it escalates and it's an obsession, and for the good part, okay? We are obsessed with each other. But he makes that album Alpha and Omega, and I hear sexual lyrics and I'm like, oh, you know. And then I get shunned from the rock community. Shuns me, and I'm like, what did I do? So I end up going back with my abusive ex after these parties happen. I lose touch with David. He keeps finding me. He's a hunter. He keeps finding me throughout the years to make songs about me, but one of the deals was in the future, right? I think for Blake it was supposed to be at 30 that we're doing this kind of thing, okay? So, and I'm not even telling you all the story. I'm just saying, like, these boys are involved. That's why they know me. It's because of my parties, of my networking parties, but I know Blake. I know him. Like, he lived with me. David partied with me, so I do know him, but not really because I was drunk a lot. And I had a crush on him, so I'm not going to talk to you if I have a crush on you. You know what I mean? Like, we all know Amanda has a crush on Blake, so it's okay if she's flirting and being silly. The other boy, oh, he's cute, you know? Anyways, like, they want to date me, so, you know, he was letting me act the way I want to act, because although we liked each other, he wasn't going to do nothing about it. So, that's kind of the vibe, okay? I don't want to do makeup, I don't want to do anything right now, I just want to cry, okay? So basically, I get an abusive relationship. We were already planning at my parties how I'm going to get out of it, because we had broken up and he didn't know I was throwing these parties. And so I was planning on how to, because my ex, a lot of people are obsessed with me. They have this obsession, okay? My other ex was obsessed with me. I felt that obsession with David, and David felt that with me, and we're like, oh, so we understood, oh, that's bad, okay? My ex has that same obsession, but I didn't with him. And so I was R-worded for 10 years about 10,000 times, okay? Give or take. Whether he believes it was R word, it was yes or yes. So I went to work, you know, kind of thing. It's very heavy stuff, I'm sorry. So, and we had already planned our future, you know, I'm gonna get famous, oh, I want to do this, I need to get out of this situation kind of thing, but we know he's not gonna let up. So I had to deal, they know I was gonna deal with that. And it didn't happen because he has that obsession that we talked about, okay? And so, and David and I both have that obsession with each other, which is why it escalated to cops being called and stuff like that, but us liking it. Like, my knees are bleeding. We told baklava, like, okay? Like, we're it's not witchcraft, but at the same time, it's like ceremonial. It's like, we like this kind of stuff. I'm trying not to cry. So years later, when I finally got out of that relationship, he tried talking to me again, but I had to be high to even talk to him because it's a lot of trauma in between us to get past, to even remember what happened, you know? And he not that he knew what was happening, but he knew that was coming with what my friends and I talk about my traumas, and so they knew that he was abusive. So me being back, they knew I couldn't get out. How's she gonna get out? And I was like, I got this. Don't worry, I'll figure it out. Blah, blah, blah. Took 10 years. Okay. I don't want to talk about that part because I'll cry. Anyways, I'm gonna cry about this part too, though. And so then, throughout the years, though, he would check on me and write songs while I'm going through it. Okay, and he would. Another reason why he's obsessed is because I told him he could paint anything, okay, which is true. We would, our parties, like, the dances were to help heal traumas, okay? And not that he doesn't have a soul, but I said he had the most soul, and he was so beautiful, and I would love him to play whatever part he wants to play in my plays, okay? And me saying that inspired him, and, you know, okay. So throughout the years while I was with my ex, or not, just throughout the years, I don't remember. It's time and space is a blur, okay? I just remember when the interactions would happen. But he would just remind me who he is, and then he's like, I'm gonna make it right, I promise. And I'm like, okay. And then, boom, gone. He'd be like, okay, turn around, bye. Go do what you gotta do. I'm like, who is this guy? I don't know him. I don't remember him because I was drunk a lot of the times at those parties. And then there was trauma happening, okay? So it's not that I was being offensive or anything. I just couldn't remember what was happening, or, you know, okay. I just knew I knew him. I'm a gypsy. I travel a lot, and so I know a lot of people, so I'm like, I don't know how I know him, but I know him. I know faces. I don't know names and stuff, but I know faces. Okay? And so he kept trying to make it work for years, but there's this one big trauma thing happening, so it just never worked out. And he would, you know, still write songs, and any interaction was he would write about. And I'm pretty sure one of them he tried straightforward, you know me, it's me, I love you, we love each other kind of thing. And I'm just like, I don't know you. And he goes, and he even writes it in the song, why does time fly? I was like, I don't know you. I dealt with a lot of trauma, okay? I was being sexually abused, so I don't remember if, I just know I know him, but I remember, so he's trying to say hi, and I'm like, I can't right now. Anyways, that's another hard one, but it's also funny if you hear it in the song. I'm like, I don't know, but we know and love each other. It's things were happening, and my brain wasn't where his brain was, okay? So now he's back around, and he's like, I went to a concert, and then I saw him, and then he started making these songs for me, which is beautiful, and I don't want to cry. It's just hard because being traumatized for so long and then seeing something so beautiful is hard to see, okay? And it's not a bad thing. It's just a lot of emotions at once, so I'm trying to organize my emotions as they happen. So like on my Instagram, if you see like where we're doing a dance and stuff, and then I stopped, I wanted to post in tribute to Arctic Monkeys, my pimp outfit that I'm gonna wear to the next concert, and do my makeup, but I literally can't, okay? It's too emotional. I have to release slowly before I can do that. So this is a form of release. Yeah, it's just a lot happening at once, and as beautiful as it is, it's a lot of emotions and traumas coming out and stuff. So it's gonna be a while as I slowly come out of that portion of my life. And I got out of that abusive relationship 5 years ago, and it's still one of our conversations online before he, you know, that 5 years ago when I broke up with my ex and he wanted to come, I told him I had to heal, because imagine 10,000, you know, trauma every day. I have to heal from that. Then I meet this boy, he helped me heal, and then it didn't work out, and then I still have, he's not a stalker, but you know, my husband, who knows what's going on and knows I have a separate life from that we split, but we never got together, kind of thing. We did a ceremonial marriage, but not really. So it's like, is it real, is it fake, kind of thing. But it was always real. It's just, it was always real, just never set in stone. He never kissed, he never sealed the deal, kind of thing. And so he's been wanting to seal the deal. He has yet to seal the deal, kind of. Okay, it's adorable and beautiful and everything. He could paint anything. Anyways, so I'm with Eddie and whatever, and I'm healing and stuff. It was going good. I was to a point where I was like, I might have to stay with this person, you know, which what I said on my videos. And we didn't end up working out, so now I'm here, and now I see Blake. We reconcile, because he was supposed to win. He gets married, but he doesn't invite me to his wedding, as if I would, what's the word? Object? No. You're my friend, you know what happened to me. You know I was hiding, and then he came back, kind of thing. It's like, everyone knew, kind of. And so, it was like, how is Amanda gonna get out of it? Kind of, you know. Anyways. So, that's what's been going on. So if you're seeing me interacting with King, or if you see me interacting with Fame on Fire, it's none of your business, but also, those are my boys. Those are my children. I got these groups together, okay? Like, Blake lived in my closet. David played the role of my husband in the dance, and we liked each other, so we wanted to do stuff like that, but it just never worked out. And I called the cops on him, so I didn't know if he hated me for that, because I actually, like, we're hardcore, okay? So he actually whipped a gun out, and I actually called the cops. I was like, you know, who's in charge, you know? Okay, anyways. I don't know if he ran. I don't know what happened to him that night. I was so drunk. I just know I called the cops. I'm like, and my knees are bleeding. And they're like, oh, this dumb girl. It was a BYOB. Oh, okay, we're just gonna patrol the area. Just go back in your room and, you know, cry it out. I'm like, okay. So I went and cried it out. But it was funny. Because an underage girl talking to cops. I could go to jail, you know, for throwing a party. And they're gonna go find the guy with the gun. And it was David. And okay? That's fine, okay? So, anyways, she's a mess. She's very sulking, very sad, very... Okay, so it's as much as I can give.